Well, hey folks, Species7 here. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for stopping by today. So we are here on the Pine Cove Productions farm, and second day of early summer, early morning, and away we go. Tethering up some grass, probably the second to last cut we'll get. Get as much hay into that barn as we can get before winter sets in. So, yesterday's video, I made a little bit of an announcement. I wonder where it's dragging up that grass on the end there. Must be from an old cut. Yeah, yesterday's video, I made an announcement about a possible move over to the VidMe platform. Now, by a move, I don't mean deserting YouTube. You know, I mean just sort of sticking a toe in the water over there and, you know, seeing how's we likes it. But some very good comments came out of that. Specifically, a conversation with one of the viewers. So I went back and looked at my numbers, and well, the numbers kind of support what their conjecture was, and that's that, you know, maybe Seasons, as cool and as realistic to a degree as it makes things, you know, it may in fact just simply slow the game down too much to really be any longer of any, ooh, up the mountain we go, to be of any real entertainment value. You know, and I think they had a very good point. You know, they also mentioned that none of the really big players use Seasons anymore. They all gave it a poke, they all did some videos on it, and then they all walked away. Now, you know, and that includes, you know, like the most popular of the popular, Mr. Daggerwin, who, even though prints the word realistic in bold print across most of his videos, also has chosen to take a pass on the Seasons mod, although its big claim to fame is adding realism. Whoa, 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 you going, fella? So, I'd like to know what your guys' opinion is on that. Is it in fact a really nice mod that helps with the, you know, the more realistic aspect of this game, but tends to drag things down? I mean, the shortest you can go is a 3-day season, right? Which, I mean, would make it obviously a third as long as what I'm currently doing, because I am running a 9-day season here. I don't know, but like I said, I actually looked at the numbers, and yeah, it was right about the time that I switched over to just Seasons maps that, I mean, I took a big hit during the adpocalypse. I had a lot of videos flagged. There was, you know, I dropped in the YouTube, where YouTube was ranking me and putting me in for the searches by just a ton, probably because of the flags. But when I hit Seasons, nothing ever picked back up. In fact, my numbers are down to almost half again. And I know you're all going to say, well, that's not the most important thing, and blah, 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 blah. But, you know, for those of you that don't do it and may not think so, doing YouTube videos is not cheap. Alright? You know, I mean, I have everything I'm currently using paid for at this point. You know, the rather expensive desktop microphone, and the recording software, and etc., 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 and all of the time, etc., that, you know, it takes a person into this. I guess I didn't go down that side. Trying to figure out where my grass is, usual. But yeah, I'd really like to know, do you guys think that maybe Seasons is just a little bit too much for a Let's Play series? Geez, I swear I see Rose over there. but I don't think I did any cutting across here. Yeah. No, the grass here hasn't been cut. That's odd, though. From a distance, you can see parallel lines through here. I guess it's just part of the way the thing's built. I don't know. No, as I said, when I do, I will be doing some farm sim on the other channel, quote unquote, over at VidMe. But I will not be doing a Seasons mod map. In fact, I think I'm probably going to do known as mining and construction economy map. There's a lot of really cool things on there. You know, besides just the whole extra with the mining stuff. Where the heck? Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got some more going on here. Huh. I don't think I cut near as much as I thought I did. I wonder if the mower's... Oh, that's what's going on. I haven't finished mowing yet, that's why. The mower's sitting over there. If I follow this line around, we'll find that it'll eventually come over to way down there where the mower is, and that he needs to come back this way, actually. Because as you can see, only one run's been down on this strip, and there's 2 to be done. But yeah, it was also really refreshing to have somebody, you know, just outright come out and say, hey, you know, I think this would help, or that would help, or this is a hindrance, or that's a hindrance. You know, and I think that's something that, you know, if as YouTube content producers we could get more of that kind of feedback, I think everybody's channel would be a little better off for it, you know. Because most of the time, you get analytics, you get all that, but I got news for you, boy, you're shooting in the dark if you're trying to follow that stuff to be of any practical value, you know. It doesn't seem terribly accurate, and you can follow the peaks, you know, and it'll say, oh, there was a big peak on the 27th, you know, and you look and you uploaded such and such a video. You know, let's say it was some first look video that I'd done, and ooh, it just spiked right out, you know. I'm saying, yeah. What I consider a big spike and what most of the world would probably consider 1 or 2 different things. We'll call it for now. We'll just say, oh yeah, it spiked really big. Well, you put up a second video of the same... What the heck have I done here? Man, you can't trust hired workers here. I'm serious. I don't know what it is about this part of the world, but man, I've got 2 or 3 fields like this, you know. Wow, where there's just entire sections like that that were never finished seeding. Well, that's less than impressive. But yeah, so you know, use the analytics, and it tells you that there's, you know, you had a really good spike here. You got a good viewership. There was a fast response on the views, etc., etc. You put a second video on the same subject up, and it basically, you might as well not have bothered. So having actual, real feedback from people that watch the videos, oh man, what a help, you know. And of course, you also have to look at it. I mean, you can't take, you know, what is essentially one person's opinion and go, oh, well, that's it, that I'm making radical changes and everything's going to be different and I'm going to do what they, you know, you can't go to those extents either, unfortunately. Ooh, making money still. But, you know, that's where it would be nice to get a little bit of sort of, let's just say, confirmation, you know. what some of the rest of you think, because there are some of you who are fairly regular viewers. You know, whether you are actually watching or whether you're just polite enough to jump on and leave a like and a comment, you know, that's oh, that's this running. Okay. I'm not sure. I have so much construction going on across the street. There we go. That sometimes I just can't tell where the heck sounds are coming from. You know, you're going backwards in a big piece of equipment here, and you hear the beep, 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 and then you throw it into forward, and you still hear beep, beep, and you realize it's somebody across the road. Oh, boy. Let's continue. Let's continue indeed. There goes the train. So yeah, if you people are conducive to it, I would really like to know. What do you really think? And I don't mean what do you think of the Seasons mod. I mean, there's very little doubt that it is a really good freaking mod. And great demand. Huh. You know what's really funny? As long as oh, there we go. I was just going to say, as long as I leave that sign up, the machine runs. That's really strange. Not at full speed, but it ran. That's weird. As soon as it went away, the machine stopped. That's pretty funny. But yeah, like I said, I would really appreciate a little bit of feedback on that particular subject. You know? Whoa. That took a little bit of a hit. Perhaps I gotta take advantage of anywhere that it's my field and get in nice and tight. Because, well, as we discovered, there seems to be a fairly chunky hitbox around fields that don't belong to you. And what they'll actually let you do with them. Fit through there, am I? There we go. I don't have to have neat rows. It's all got to be tethered and then windrowed. Yes, yes, a lot of work. Excuse me. Excuse me. This is a neat piece of kit, this thing. It's a good mod. Oh, what are we doing here? Huh. Not as flexible as it looks. That's kind of odd. Never seen that particular angle before, but it was enough to keep it off the ground. Clean up this side. The other thing that's a little bit off-putting with Seasons is the fact that I really am trying to get My animal breeding achievements. I know Steam achievements aren't exactly something to, base anything by, but only ones I have left are the animal breeding. And, unfortunately, Seasons makes it darn near impossible. You gotta breed 50 of each. So I figured, well, this time we'll start with like 75 of each animal. I think we did best on the sheep, and we bred just under 20. So it's going to take me, 3 years of Seasons mod to breed enough sheep on the map. Of course, the downside of it is every time you start again, it's all got to be done on one map. See what I mean? Look, again, with the hired worker. Every single field, they did that. It's just weird. Well, I don't know that every single field, but most of them. Which, yeah, like I say, that's just strange. Huh? But they did not finish the fields. Oh well. So it's it's been a little bit discouraging. I have a few times sat down here to start a video and went, you know what? Maybe you just shouldn't bother. Just let things go for a while. Let what you got up there get watched. If it doesn't get watched, it doesn't get watched. New content is basically just spending a lot of time, doing things where, if nothing else, I don't even get to particularly enjoy my computer anymore. Because let me tell you, doing rendering and that sort of thing, yeah. It's not like I can be rendering a video and playing a game on the side or surfing the net or stuff. No. I mean, you can. Don't get me wrong, you certainly can. My computer's not that much of a potato that it can't multitask that much. But the way it works is the more resources you make available, the faster and the better that process becomes, right? So if you can see here again, although this, I know what this is just simply, the cedar is feeding out of a different, is probably seeding at the front. You know what I mean? Like the actual injector part is right at the front of the machine. And the cultivating bit that actually tears the ground up is behind it. Just the way it put together is a mod, obviously. So yeah, they drop it down, and it actually ends up not filling in the entire unit because it doesn't really start until the back of it. So I know, some crazy field cutting. And that chunk of grass in there should be a little bit special because I'm pretty sure that I went in and actually fertilized all of that. Man, I knew that was going to happen. There we go. Now we can get back in and get it all. Hello, Woolly Crunchies. And no, I'm not thinking that switching venues or dropping seasons is going to turn me into a YouTube superstar. But, as far as I know, I haven't changed my style or anything so drastically that people that did used to like watching me don't anymore. Or maybe I have. I don't know. As I said, far more than analytics can ever do or any sort of tools at our disposal. Feedback from actual viewers is paramount. Absolutely paramount. So, any feedback you guys would like to leave would be much appreciated. Even if you want to just tell me to shut up and quit whining about how bad my channel's doing, I can do that. Okay, yeah, I think I'll just go down the inside this time. See, why the heck would they have stopped there? I just don't get it. Oh well. Ooh, that was close. I don't think I've ever seen it that tight that it actually bounced it up instead of hooking the end of it. We're getting snug again. Yeah. I knew that was coming. Oh, it's just a little too snug. Whoa. Yeah. Missed that one completely. Would have been nice if these were actually a row, as opposed to sticking every sixth one out 3 feet. There we go. Ooh, more harvest income. Lovely. So, yeah, if you guys would, let me know what you think. You know, does the Seasons mod, is it a little more of a hindrance than a help? At least as far as Let's Plays go. Now, either way, I am going to finish this map out through the season, one way or the other. Like, so we are going to get at least a full year done on here. Because I have yet to see what happens during things like a snowfall. None of, I mean, we were coming awful close on Watts, and then, of course, everything went south on that. I don't know. As I said, opinions would be appreciated. Really, really would be appreciated. Not much rhyme or reason to your planning there, dude. Yeah, you people be absolutely right, let me tell you. It's like whatever's in front of the nose that's still got grass on it, we're heading that way. I mean, we did alright last time. We got like 3 full bales of trailers. Or 3 full bales of trailers. Yes, we did, actually. Anybody want to buy a bale of trailers? We got 3 full trailers of bales, which, all things considered, is lucky. But I'd like to do a little better than that, because I don't know that that'll get us through the 9 days of winter, as it were. Alright, so I can't chase that direction anymore. So let's park her here. And go back to some more tederating. Come on. Oop. Shut it off. Because I'll bet you that thing eats a fair bit of diesel. And back to the long process. Tedder, windrow, bale. Real farming stuff. And we're off. No, Another 6 grand in harvest income. I don't know that as we move along with this map, I'm not sure how much more of the wood plant type production and such we'll be doing. To be honest with you, that could be a full-time job on this map. At least running the seasons with the way it accelerates time. You know, I could be pretty much logging and selling products full-time. Same thing with the cattle, the dairy. 75 cows is producing more than enough milk to make the dairy, well, more than lucrative. You can see the amount of money we were pulling out of there. It was enough to buy 3 fields in one day. So oh, 2 rows at once, aren't I brave? It's just unfortunately that big M doesn't quite, where you have the width to actually go edge to edge on those mowers. It's a little more than what you would get out of these tedders. I believe this is the largest tedder. So if you're not within those parameters, you're out of luck. I am looking forward to the harvest. I will tell you that for nothing. The train goes whooshing by once again. Yeah, see, I don't think it quite fits here. Yeah, I don't think it'll quite suck up both. Nah, it's just going to make a mess. I'm not going to be able to get both rows in all the way down. Too bad. I'm going to say it's just a little bit too small. I'll bet you I'm not going to think that when I get to here, am I? I'm going to think it's just a little bit too big. Uh-huh. Yeah. Ooh. Not as bad as I thought. We'll just give her a little bang off the bottom of the tree there, and it's all good. Alrighty, down the back stretch. Oh, come on. So far, you're holding together. Well, I think we'll get this one double rowed all the way down. Nice. Ooh, it's iffy. There we go. So yeah, also, no, I'm not planning on not making any more videos here on YouTube once I start on the VidMe. You know, I do have an MCM. So I do have sort of a commitment to do the YouTube-y thing. I mean, at least as far as, you know, if I want to keep any sort of a, whoops, other way, dude. Turn it off. Get this row. Give the other one an extra tedding. There we go. It's just up to here anyway. Then it's done. Alright. Now I'm just going to head back around that corner. Ah, I see. That goes all the way around field 18. Okay. So... there we go. Have fun trying not to hit the trees. But I think that's probably going to do it for today's episode, guys. As you can see, I've got a fair bit of work to do here on the grass. And hopefully, I think we'll be at the end of summer. No, I guess we'll be, well, middle or late summer next episode. So, and it should be coming very close to our harvest time. But until then, as I said, any sort of ideas, comments, you know, just without any retribution, just your honest opinion of, you know, why you think my channel is not what it should be. So, would be much appreciated, because I do this for the viewers. And if you guys really are not liking what's going on, well, rather than just running away, and I know there are lots of other places to go and watch videos, I mean, so far as other channels whose content is at least as good or better, and you know, but I'd like to try and keep people around. As I say, I do this channel for the viewers, and if I don't have any viewers, there's not much point doing a channel. So let me know, guys. I count on you exclusively. Alright, I'm going to continue this excitement. And, oh, missed a big strip up the middle, eh? Wow. Oh well, more grass to cut. Take care of each other, folks. This has been Species 7 for Pine Cove Productions. Ciao for now.